Once upon a time, there lived a monk who was deeply devoted to his spiritual practice. He had a disciple who admired his wisdom and guidance. They often embarked on journeys together, seeking enlightenment. One sunny morning, as they walked by the riverside, they heard cries for help. A young girl had slipped into the river and was struggling to stay afloat, the girl's voice pleading for help. The monk was deeply committed to his spiritual way of life. His dedication to his beliefs led him to hesitate, and he decided not to go to her aid because he wanted to uphold his vow of avoiding contact with women. In contrast, the monk's disciple was guided by a strong sense of compassion. Without any second thoughts, he leaped into the water when he saw the girl struggling. His actions were swift and decisive as he skillfully navigated the water to reach the girl. With determination, he ensured her safety and brought her back to the shore. Grateful and relieved, the girl thanked the disciple for his selfless deed. The monk and his disciple continued their journey. Despite the passage of time, the monk's thoughts were consumed by the incident by the riverside. An air of unease settled upon him as he witnessed his disciple's act of carrying the girl. After 3 hours, the monk finally felt the need to talk to his disciple about something that had been bothering him. The monk finally turned to his disciple and asked,
"Why did you carry the girl?"
The disciple smiled gently and replied,
"Master, our duty as humans is to help those in need. Gender or rules should never stop us from doing what's right."
He continued,
"When we left the river hours ago, I also left behind the girl, but I realized you've been carrying her in your thoughts all this time."
The monk looked astonished, like he had suddenly learned something important that he didn't know before. It was as if a light had turned on in his mind, showing him a new way of thinking. In that moment, the monk understood the weight he had been carrying needlessly. So, friends, the story teaches us that compassion knows no boundaries. It reminds us to help those in need, regardless of rules or gender. We learn that holding on to rigid beliefs can cloud our understanding, and that true wisdom comes from open-mindedness and empathy. We should live at present and not burden ourselves with unnecessary worries from the past. Holding on to things that trouble us prevents us from fully experiencing life. Instead, we should learn to let go and focus on the here and now. This mindset allows us to embrace compassion, wisdom, growth, and open to the beauty and lessons that each moment brings.